So how you feel? You ever when have you felt unprotected, Cottrell? Like when have you ever had a moment where you was like, as a black woman, where you feel like someone should have
Yeah.
stood up for you? You know what I mean?
Yes. But this was against another black man. Um, I was probably about 15, maybe. And I was at my cousin's house, and they kind of lived in like, I mean, in a lower income kind of area. So they're one of the guys that they were dating at the time, but I didn't know at the time. All I knew is that it was my cousin's friend. And I guess he didn't know that I was related to them. I guess he didn't know because we look nothing alike. And my older cousin, which is a guy, he was in the other room. And this guy was there, and I was joking with my cousin, and he said something kind of to me. And I was like, I don't know, I was probably like, I'm not talking to you, or you know what I mean? And he said something back, and then said something back, and then he called me a bitch. And then I said, your mother. And he came and started choking me. Right? So I'm fighting him, of course. But in that moment, I didn't not just feel protected by my older cousin. I didn't feel protected by my female cousins, because my other female cousins, I don't care if it's a guy, girl, whatever, they would step in. And the guy I'm talking about was probably about 5 or 6 years older than me. So I think that was one of the times I didn't feel like, because if my cousin heard it, I feel as though he should have stopped the conversation before it ever got to a physical, situation. But he came from out of the other room finally and was like, yo, that's my cousin. And the dude was like, I don't care, da, 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 da. But it should have been something that should have been, I feel as though kind of, stopped before. Because I was a kid. I was kind of smart mouth. But I was still, again, just 14 or 15 years old. And that guy had to be about 19 or 20.
So how does that affect you? Do you think that affects you even to today?
No, because it's crazy because I'm one of those people that I don't dwell on stuff. I kind of learn from situations. And the thing that I learned, honestly, is sometimes you don't have to go back and forth with someone. You don't have to give them the energy that they're giving you. And the other thing that I learned is I have to protect myself and not think that others would be there,
See, I mean, you should protect yourself and always do, but I feel like in that instance, you should have been protected. And if say even if you were wrong in that instance, as far as you said something first or whatever came out your mouth, you still should be protected. But then that person should let you know, look, that's not how you should have handled that. You know what I mean?
Pulled
That's
me
how
aside later and been like,
Yeah, like I feel like every black woman should have that person there with them that will protect them, but also let them know, look, I'm here for you regardless, whatever, but you still need to learn how to move a certain way as well. You know what I mean?
Right.
You gotta learn how to, conduct yourself in a certain manner. You know what I mean? Like
they didn't have to say that to me. I was like, okay, check. Don't do that no more.
Relax.
Some people are crazy. Got it.
Yeah.
The craziest part, I think was like 3 months after that guy killed himself.
What?
Accidentally with a gun.
Damn.
He was playing Russian roulette with one of his other friends, thinking it was cool and, going back and forth, and he accidentally shot himself in the head.
Wow.
I may not have been all the way right in that moment, but, there's been other times where I've seen a woman get thrown into a mud puddle. Like a guy picked her up and threw her in a mud puddle, and there was a whole bunch of dudes there, and nobody stopped him. Because I think sometimes, especially with Black people, we have this, that ain't our business.
Mm-hmm.
Stay out of people's business.
Yeah, that's something I was going to bring up. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Yeah, that ain't my business, and also independent woman syndrome, basically. Like, I'm not sure if you ever seen it, but a girl and the guys are fighting physically or just arguing, and somebody steps in like, "Yo, chill out," whatever, and then she's like, she's hitting you or she's attacking you. She's, I'm grown, independent. I don't need no man's help. Da 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 da. And it's like,
I don't think they usually say independent. They'll be like, I got this. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I got this.
Yeah.
Fuck out of
And
here.
then it's like, I think that also kind of made it into what it is today. It's like, we don't really know, even the men that want to protect you or protect Black women, they're used to that. So they're like, okay, I don't know when, I'm just going to wait. I can speak for myself personally. It's like, I'll just wait until you ask. I don't know when, I don't know how. Just ask and I'll be there.
I think when it's an altercation, I think it's a lot different. I don't think that independent woman kind of plays on, I'm going to try to work for myself. I'm going to do for myself because I'm not going to wait for a man to do it for me. But I think what you are talking about is kind of when, and some women do this and they kind of try to put themselves in a man's place, if that, maybe that doesn't sound right, but meaning like they want to go, huh?
When women celebrate Father's Day, that type of
No, when they want to go head to head with a man, and I mean, let's just face it. In most cases, women don't have the same strength. They don't have the same, even if a man is smaller than them, men tend to be stronger. Let's be honest about this. So you think that you can go head to head with a man? I'm not saying some women can't, but for the most part, there's nothing wrong with allowing somebody to step in and, protect you. And you know why we have such a hard time as Black women to being protected? Can I truly tell you why?
Yep.
Because we're never, Black men, for the most part, and what I've seen and growing up, Black girls are not treated like they're gentle flowers, or we're treated like we equal. So if a little black girl falls and hurts herself, they're saying, get up. You're okay. You're fine. Black women who cry, that's looked at as weak. So when I was a little girl, I was taught to fight, protect yourself, because I might not be there. Do you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And I was around little white girls that were like, if they peeped or cried, everyone runs to protect them. But Black women we're put as equals in a lot of cases. If a Black man fights and his girl's there, what's she doing?
She's fighting.
She's fighting.
She's fighting. Win, lose, or draw, she's fighting.
So how do y'all feel about this might be on this. Look, how do y'all feel about when like a woman is fighting other women and then her man jumps in?
That's whack.
That's whack. See, that's why I'm confused. That's a little. I ain't gonna lie. That's a little.
He can stop the fight. He can hold people back. He can't get in there punching women in the face. The only reason I said it is whack, because I'm thinking of men that get. What would y'all do, Jeff?
What?
Your wife is having an altercation. Are we saying more than one woman or one woman?
More than one.
Okay. And because this just happened where a woman went to go get her hair done. Did you see that? In a salon. And she didn't know she had to pay. She didn't know it was a separate charge. She paid for the hair. She didn't know that, okay, now she has to pay for the service. And, baby, can you not walk behind mommy? And they literally, when she couldn't pay for it, the hair owner, salon owner is a feminine man, and he got the other girls in there to jump on her and tear the hair out.
Yeah, that's different though.
They fought her.
All right,
so you
so
asking what Jeff would do in that situation?
What would you do? No, not in that situation, but
What
Jeff,
is
like,
this
let's say you and
situation?
your wife are out for dinner and y'all are having
All right.
a great time, or maybe y'all went to a lounge, or
Chicken parmesan.
okay, yes,
No.
sir. And y'all out somewhere, and you know, 3 women start physically attacking her. What do you think you would do?
Are you asking Jeff right now?
Yes, we're not asking your butt.
First of all, just because I'm dark skinned doesn't mean I'm beating up everybody in the damn building. So we can
No,
cut that
I
out
didn't.
right
I
there.
never even thought that with you.
No,
That's the funny part.
I'm talking about him.
Oh,
I didn't even think. What the hell? Hey yo, what the fuck? I didn't even think that. What is that?
All right. First thing I'm doing is I'm trying to de-escalate the situation. Come on, internet.
you said you're trying to what?
All right. First thing I'm gonna
I'm
do.
sorry, you broke up a little bit. What did you
Yeah.
say?
First thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna de-escalate the situation, and
As
then
best you can.
best as I can. If they jump on her, then I have to cover her. You know what I mean? I gotta get around her, whatever, and then I'm pushing away if I can. If I can't, if if they start hitting too hard, if they start drawing blood, then I have to go. If somebody's getting they're getting punched hard, as they're getting smashed hard because
I don't know why that sounds sexy to me, but beat their ass, baby. Beat their ass.